that there has been an absolute nuclear situation happened in the VTubing space. And today we're gonna go through it because apparently it seems that Sinder has dropped her apology letter. And the backlash has been very bad. Extremely bad. We're gonna go through this. I got the document right here. We're gonna read through this whole thing bit by bit. I'm gonna give you my thoughts and I'm gonna tell you what I think. We're gonna analyze it. We're gonna read people's responses and check it out. But if you don't know, this is a follow-up from my last video. If you haven't checked it out yet, feel free to do that if you want a full context on it. But just as a quick note, what is happening? Why is Sinder putting up an apology letter? Well, just in fact, the reason is because apparently her VTuber mama, original VTuber mama that she's worked with for years, seems to have been manipulated and emotionally pressured in many ways by her Sinder's manager. And Sinder, apparently Sinder manager is her boyfriend, by the way, in a way to make her not work with other VTubers or Sinder's close friends. She has basically said that some of her closest friends, while even talking to them, are thieves, stealing their editors and stealing their people that they work with, and also not wanting the specific artists there to work with these individuals at all. This is a big issue in many ways. First of all, she's backstabbing her friends, and she's also in other ways making it less possible for other VTubers to get good art. That's the thing, is that their focus was also that the more people that has this artist's art, the less valuable Sinder and just as less valuable the artist's art itself will be. So they kept pushing it both with gamer subs and both with VTuber like children and other art pieces in a sense. And it seemed really weird. It seemed scummy. You saw a lot of focus on another VTuber and Chai Lily and some other, where Sinder is clearly feeling like a mental struggle there, where she is very felt pressured and feels like they are neglecting her, copying her, attacking her, etc. If you want the full context, feel free to check out the video. I'll probably put the original video in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. But before we get into this and read this document to go through this, make sure to like this video. I highly appreciate if you take a second to like it. This video is going to take a while to go through. And also sub to the channel if you want to watch more. If you want to watch reacts or any other videos like this, you want to come by my Twitch on twitch.tv/Adley while we have these discussions and look at these things, you're free to come by and hang out. I would love to see you. But anyways, let's start with this document and let's see what Sinder has said. This is gonna be big. This is gonna be big. Oh my god. Let me get up chat there. To be, I haven't watched a lot of Sinder, but I'm not too deep into it. Personally, I like Sinder. I do like Sinder. I thought she was nice to watch. She was one of the few VTubers I did watch, actually. But yeah, me either. I don't watch Sinder, but because too many VTubers talking about it, I found out about this. Thing is that Sinder is a very popular English VTuber. She's one of the biggest English VTubers there are, and extremely large in the female front on English VTubing as well. So this is a big hit for someone to have a scenario like this. And it's very weird to be this large and have these mental struggles around the people around you. Again, I would say these are mental struggles, and in many ways it's very backlashy. This is a 7-page document, so we're going to go through this whole thing, and I'm going to get, oh my god, we're going to go through the whole thing, and also the replies, and we're going to give it, I'm going to give you the cleanest, the realest take on it all. Let's begin, shall we? Shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Let us sit down and let's go through this. There's nothing I can say to make this better, but I will try my best to properly convey my feelings, frustration, and mistakes. I'd like to explain my point of view and apologize to each party affected. Redacted has been my co-content creator since I began making content, managing all aspects of what I do, and being a major part of why I'm here. We have also been in a relationship since the start of my endeavors. So she actually confirmed that they were in a relationship. Damn, she's just straight up went for it. Okay. I feel like it's going to be really hard to apologize about this. Because again, if it was true, if it was false that they were in a relationship, I would take that man's meaning in a less grain of salt towards Sinder, because he could have worked on his own behalf in many ways. But now that I know they were in a relationship, they lived together, I feel like the connection of his response are purely and also quite a big part of her response in a way, you know. So I cannot neglect it. I cannot give any Cinder any sort of like easier outgoing on what has happened, because I feel like everything he said, she said now. W directly admitting relationship. I think there is a W, but I feel like this is hurting her cause more. But it's good that she admitted it. I'll say it like that. It's no secret that many VTubers choose to keep their public and personal life separate. And I'm no different. As of yesterday, he's no longer working with me, and I have no extensively discussed any of this with him. Where our personal situation go from here will be figured out between us privately. I never intended to mention us publicly, but given that the claims are out there, I want everyone to know I'm taking this seriously. After years of working on everything together, his hyper business oriented outlook warped my view of what it is I should be doing and what should be important to me as I navigate this career path. Okay. So she's saying I broke up with him because this came out and you're putting the blame on him. So she's basically saying I broke up with him. I didn't plan to make this public at all, but I'm breaking up with him because of the situation. We're going to separate and I'm going to not involve him in my business anymore. But she's also kind of putting the blame on him. She's putting the blame on him, saying that the ideas that came out was provoked by his ideas. And I will tell you right now, I have had a situation where I work with a freelancer and her business idea changed at the end of the transaction because of their partner. Their view became different and their view on things became rapidly changed. So I could give her benefit of the doubt, but after so long, I'm not sure. I feel like you should have the realization yourself, and at some part, you're going to take some blame on yourself. She's blaming someone else for her actions. She's basically blaming her boyfriend, yeah. So basically saying she's not her manager anymore and possibly still dating in private. I think this case is just a lie. I'll be real. I'm going to give you the honest take here. I think this is a lie. I don't think they broke up. I think she's just saying that we broke up. That's it. That's all. That's pretty much it. Maybe they're not working together, but I don't think they broke up. Like, let's be real. I don't think so. But anyways, I have a terrible work-life balance as it is. And being around projects and streams all day, every day made me lose sight of the point. It took all of this happening for me to realize this behavior isn't normal or healthy. And it's not an outlook I want to have. This doesn't absolve me of the things I willingly done wrong and went along with, or the ways I've treated people who were fully undeserving. In regards to Nautilus, this is by the way, the artist, the VTuber Mama. For the majority of the time working with her, Red was the one almost solely doing the communication about new plans and negotiation through his private DMs. Nano had a project server we were all a part of where the actual art and model were worked on. But the conversation were focused around the work itself. I was not fully aware of the extent of Red manipulation over Nano's commission decisions, and I should have been more diligent in my oversight. How can you say that when she basically referred to a conversation she had with Red, copy pasted the image of it and asked if this is what you're thinking, and you basically agreed to it? I feel like you had an idea, and also the more I've looked into it, It seems that everything Red said went through you first. Everything you wanted everything Red was about to say had to be double checked with you first. So I feel like this whole thing is a lie. I think this whole thing is a lie. This is just a camouflage to make this seem like, oh, I wasn't a part of it. I'm putting the blame on Red. Every time I had been told that Nano had agreed to work on new commissions with me, it had been willingly and with excitement. From my point of view, it was that she genuinely wanted to be working on these things. I wanted to work with Nano as much as I possibly could, making her art the face of my brand. We had come to the conclusion that it'd be in my best interest to talk with Nano about making more time for my project by negotiating with her to cut out other work. This was wrong for us to push onto her, and it was wrong to the other creators who wanted the chances of working with her. There was only one specific creator we were responsible for naming and pressuring Nano into reconsider project with, not an entire list. Okay? Of her own volition, Nano canceled a large portion of her model commissions last September. However, the claim that I was just using her is wrong. I've always treated Nano with respect and as my friend. I did give her a lot of work, and we did everything we could to accommodate her schedule if she needed more time or a break, and even helped her with her own project payment multiple times. I've invited her on my stream. I've sent her my merch and things she made for me. I was always open to talk to her about things outside of our projects in the instance we would message each other. Regarding the exclusivity deal made between them, I had no part in the direct negotiation. But I thought that her screenshot kind of contradicted this. I had no part in the direct negotiation of their eventual agreement. What? What? Is she straight up lying here? What? I think she's construing like facts to make it seem that she was less eligible with this event. I feel like this is she kind of went. I mean, yeah, she wasn't like sitting there having those DMs, but Nano confirmed it with you and you were fine with them, and you said I agree with Red. And also, if everybody says, and you yourself say you are the Red was your boyfriend, and everybody says that every single thing in action you did, like we're talking about personal friends that were her friends and knew her business ways, basically said that every single action Red did had to be double checked with Sinder. Every time they did something, every time they talked about something, they felt like that's the case for years. So how can you say this? How can you fully say that the direct negotiation of the eventual agreement had nothing to do with you? That's weird. But anyways, moving on. And I had no knowledge of Bao and Cotton being included in this list. I had known my friends were included, I would have said something to put a stop to it. I was only aware of it being about one person who I was unfairly pursuing when Nano had messaged me about this agreement almost a month ago. Why did you act so differently when Bao basically posted a picture saying it, like basically posted a picture where in their group chat, they had a group chat together. I bet if I look up Bao, if I look up Bao, I think she even has a picture of this. Let me see Bao the VTuber. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, she put this in her. So basically, the thing is that all these girls like Sinder and Bao and a lot of other people had like their own group chat where they did a lot of collabs and they talked a lot. And you can see even Bao in this chat there said Nano had dropped me as a client because her work schedule is too hectic. And apparently, like, Sinder really didn't really react that much. She didn't really react that much at all. Like, she was just like, oh, she kind of just ignored it in a way. I think she barely gave a reaction. As you can see, did you cancel models? This is Cinder's boyfriend. Nano, the artist. I did not. Nano arc delayed in 2066. I'm scared I'll cancel with Bao. You shouldn't be. She has many connections. She'll find someone super fast. Did you already design her outfit? Remember showing it to us at WeebCon? Yeah, I can give her the design for free as an apology gift. You shouldn't be. She has many connections. Look at the date, by the way. Look at the date. One day later. Literally 1 day after this. The evidence is there. So the fact that you're lying about this when we know every act has gone through someone that has to double check with you, it's kind of wild. It's outrageous. Man. The lie is huge in this one. I feel like we have already found like 2 or 3 lies in this apology letter. And I feel like that's the problem with an apology letter. If you're going to make an apology letter and you're going to write fucking 7 pages, don't fill it with bullshit, man. Keep it real and be honest, because people are just going to use these lies and use them as fuel to fucking attack you more. Like, this is going to contradict the action you're wishing to pursue. You're just fucking up. You're already on the stake, and you know what you did? You decided, I'm gonna throw gasoline and fire everywhere. That's basically what you did. Man. You might as well just ignore it instead of lying. Like, lying is not helping you here. It's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you at all. Later, I was under the assumption this was only about Silvervale. Silvervale? I was upset, and my initial message to her were very guilt-trippy. But I wasn't going to force Nano to do anything she wasn't okay with. And I tried reassuring her that I was okay with her decision. Nano had also never come to me as seriously and professionally as her document was looking to address the issues she had with either of us or to terminate our partnership. I had no idea there was even a conversation about Shy Lily recently between Red and Nano until reading the document. It's true, I had confided in Red that lately I hadn't been hearing from Lily like I had in the past and was worried something was wrong. But that's as far as it went. And he took it upon himself to try digging for more info. And I was never even aware of Nano or was ever planning to work on a model for another of my friend, Gary. I do not condone anything about what Red said about Bao in these DMs either. And him using we and our in this context is apparently incorrect. And I believe was done to gain greater credibility behind what he was saying. Yes, Red and I were initially upset when Bao hired my editor, and I took it personally when I shouldn't have. I felt as if maybe my content wasn't good enough, or like I wasn't paying enough for his work. But I accepted it, and I was happy for him for getting that bag and supporting one of my friends at the same time. And yes, bro, why would you be mad about this? Am I the only dude? How can you be mad about this? I just don't get it. What kind of, this is your friend. Bao is your friend. She's your homie. Ex-friend. Yeah, ex-friend. Let me correct myself. Ex-friend. She was your homie. You talked to her every day nearly. You did content all the time. How can you be mad at her for hiring an editor you worked with? Like, you can still work with the editor. I just don't understand why you would be so upset about this. Why would you feel this way? Why would you feel the fact that she stole it? Why would you be mad? And also, if she's your friend, can't you just talk to her? Is it so hard to just have a conversation with your friend? Like, I tell my friends if they piss me off, I tell them. And if I piss them off, they tell me. Like, that's the relationship you should have as a friend. Like, why would you not just be honest about this? What's wrong here? Bao and Sinder has been friends for years. Yes. I wonder if she saw her an actual friend. I feel like she didn't. I feel like she didn't see her as a friend. I feel like she saw her as a business client. You know? I feel like this seems fake. Remember, I was paying him enough for his work, but I accepted it was happy for him getting the bag and supporting one of my friends at the same time. And yes, I was also upset when Sack, the Boss Rush MV editor, had told us that he won't be working on any future project with us and would instead be working on exclusivity for Bao. But Red got it in his head that it was Bao's fault and that it happened, and seemingly held a grudge against her for it. He was very passionate about Boss Rush and the potential future project around it. But he told me without an MV editor as talented as Sack, the future project wouldn't reach the same height. So he created his headcanon that laid out in those DMs. I wasn't convinced this was the case, but it's my fault for never speaking with Bao about these things directly to clear things up. It definitely is. You should have done that ages ago. But now it's too late to talk about this because the damage has been done. Unfortunately, the damage has been done. This is you can't be that. Oh, I got caught. Now I should have talked about it. Oh, we should have talked about it, right? You can't just wait for you to be caught to talk about it. You had over a year. This happened last year. Come on, man. And letting spiral to the point it got. Every comment here about her own music, guilt tripping, and claims about our shared feelings toward her are disgusting. And honestly, I don't know why he thought this way about my close friend beyond the resentment over those two things. Why it was worth sabotaging her over. Again, he's shifting the blame onto her boyfriend. I feel like this document is just gonna put the boyfriend under the bus and say, oh, we broke up and he's not gonna work with me anymore. So now I'm just gonna shift all the blame onto the bus. So all the baggage of all this shit got pushed to my boyfriend, and now I can move on because I didn't do anything wrong. My boyfriend did. Yeah, my boyfriend did. Yeah, my boyfriend did. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. This is crazy. The it's just business screenshot of DMs with Nano document was in November 2023. This shit made me laugh, man. This shit made me laugh because these guys don't know business at all. They're acting like fucking Twitchsburgs and having a conversation like they're homies in Twitchsburgs. But they're talking about business and let's act professional. Bro, you are not... Dude, what the fuck was this? And I'll go into my thought process of everything I said. Here, what Red was trying to explain to Nano is that if everyone has a model by her, then the initiate value of her models overall are diminished by there being an oversaturation of the type of model out there. Yeah, I get that that's what you're trying to say, but that idea is just so stupid for VTubing terms. It doesn't even make sense. Like, it makes sense for an art piece that original, but new art pieces, it doesn't really make sense. She does a lot of different unique art styles for all her VTuber babies, so that doesn't make sense. If everyone in the world had a VTuber done by her, then the value of her models wouldn't be the same as if there were only a handful of them, which he viewed as a negative for me. I understand where he was coming from with this, but in the VTubing space, this isn't something we should pursue, and it's not something that exists. Nano has an amazing skill where she's able to draw each of her VTuber children uniquely. Exactly. So I was never upset seeing new model sibling. In many cases, I was there sharing them on their debut and looking to collab with them as sisters. When I could, me saying it's just business was referring to the acceptance of Nano's business decision. Whether she chose to work with me or not, this was not in reference to any one model being cancelled. further explained to her that it's okay if she chooses not to work with me. I can understand where the next project can be sound manipulative, but in my intention was to reminiscence about the journey we had together up to this point, since at this time I wasn't sure if this is where Nano and I should stop working together as frequently as we had been, and I'd have to look for new model artists and then encourage her to work on projects she's excited about, while I talked with Red to find a project that would work with her schedule. What the fuck is this shit? Oh my god. This is crazy. This is... Where's the document? Wait, let me find the doc. Do I have the document somewhere? Okay, I have the document. Adi's getting tired of it. Dude, I'm getting tired. This is so stupid. This is so fucking dumb. Like... Dude, they're just lying so much, man. They're just lying so much. I get it, Nano. It was unfair to push you this onto you. It's just really confusing going back and forth about this. You're starting off by saying, I get it, Nano, and it was unfair to push this onto you. But it's just really confusing going back and forth about it. You're fucking admitting it. You're admitting to the factor that this was the idea you were choosing. Fucking losing my mind. Bro, I feel like I'm reading a page of bullshit. Oh god. Oh god. What is this paragraph? I will need to highlight because I'm going to get lost, okay? I'm going to get fucking lost. When talking about Silvervale, I need to start beginning before I was Sinder. I was Pink. Cherry Blossom girl named Tashi did ASMR content. When the VTuber boom happened in 2020, I knew I wanted to join in. Red and I contacted an artist in October, and they were set to start my VTubing design by December. The plan was to take Cherry Blossom persona Tashi and make her Pink and White Wolf girl VTuber. In November of the same year, Silver revealed that her Sakura Wolf redesign. I had heard of Silver earlier of that year, but I didn't watch her stream at all. We knew we had pivoted before we were stuck with a design that would just be a copy of one of the more popular VTubers of all time. Like I've explained many times on my stream, I knew I wanted to be a wolf girl, so I mixed my love of Okami and metal music into the design, and I came out with a Hellhound. My name was originally going to be Ember, but Red came up with the name Sinder, since it was a mix of Sin and Cinder, both hell of fire and theme. It was only coincident that it ended up being similar to Silvale. I had no idea there was a discussion about being different, like against Silvale. I didn't know. Maybe Silvale, there's something I missed there. But anyways, let's read this. I genuinely interested in pursuing a friendship with her, and then drew fan art of us together. On the other hand, the Red was on the air of the whole time saying how great working together would be, since again he's been in the business oriented side of my brand, and since I started streaming, I've been ruthlessly compared to Silvervale. You have being called discount version of her. I think the only reason you could compare Cinder to Silvervale is because you both have like really fucking huge tits, and you're doing like these like slutty kind of a way of VTubing. That's only it. And I might be being too blunt over here, and I get that. I'm being blunt, but let's be real. We know exactly what it is. It's because the design metric is the same way. The orientation against sexual content is the focus. Having such a reveal, like, let's be real. Let's be honest for one fucking second here. We all know that the reason why you make a VTuber model where literally half of the model are just saggy boobs hanging out is because you're trying to get a specific audience. And whenever you have a design like that, obviously it's going for a direction, and if two people are going for that direction, you know you can be compared to. Like, let's be real. I'm not a biggest fan of it. I think it's kind of weird in a way. But I think both of them are not comparable. Honestly, I don't think they are. Like, beside the fact that they have big boobs and are wolves, I don't think they are comparable at all. I think they both have, they're both sweet ladies that have very good content, are entertaining and fun, but I don't think their content is exactly the same. I feel like their content, if I go watch Sinder, I don't feel like I'm going to have the same kind of ideal I'm going to have as in Silver. The only thing I will see in the exact same replica is the lewd and lewd content, basically not safe for work content, and the fixation about the, you know, sexual features. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing I could at all compare them to, and that's just the honesty. And that comes from someone that watched them for years. Like, I watched bits from them for years. You have a big chest as well. Our Wolfman copy. Yeah, exactly. I also have white hair. Look at that, guys. Look, I'm actually Silvervale. Yeah, I'm copying Silvervale apparently. But yeah, anyways, I was accused of copying her in design, copying her personality, and even copying her laugh at all time. And there was a large number of people who were die-hard believer in the fact that I stole all of the attributes maliciously of my own gain, citing the art I posted of us together, calling her an inspiration, when in reality this was referring to the decision becoming a hellhound. The only time Silver was mentioned in the original designing of my character was when I explained why we were pivoting to something else, and there were no reference of her being involved. I grew more and more resentful of Silver over time between the constant belittling of myself and controversies around my first waifu cup and the other incident, even though she herself never interacted with me directly. And it was also the fact that that made me insecure. Like, I wanted to know if she believed all of that, of these things or not. It really felt as if she didn't like that I even existed in the same space. So at the point I was working around Nana constantly, we brought up not making any more models for her. If the VTuber model is how everyone recognizes you, then it'd be harder to compare us directly if we no longer look alike or the same shared similarity. It was wrong and selfish decision, but it made me feel better, and that's why it was constant topic with Nano. Red pushed this harder than I ever did because they knew how it affected me for years. But no matter what the outcome was, I wasn't going to walk away working with Nano. Silver was completely undeserving of this treatment, and it was my own insecurity led to me making this choice. I became unapologetically evil toward her due to the no direct action of her own. There is no excuse for any of this matter. Is it crazy for me? I kind of understand her. Like, I get what Sinder is saying here. So she's saying that the fact that everybody in the audience are comparing her to her. We're both doing sexual themed content. We both are wolves. We both have big badungas. We're both doing this and that. And we're trying to hit an audience. And everybody's comparing us all the time like we're the same thing. So if we have the same VTuber artists, we're probably going to be looking even more alike. And this is going to make these rumors and these discussions more and more spread around and more talked about. Now I understand that, but their criticism towards Silver is completely unwarranted. And this feeling is definitely, again, something I feel with all of these Nana posts, is the fact that Sinder has just been sitting in her own head a lot, thinking for her own self and feeling quite insecure about everyone around her. And this is all a conflicted battle that she has created herself. She's orientated this whole problem in her brain. This is a non-existential problem, but this is a problem for her. And I get the idea she's pushing, but this is only an issue for you, because clearly it was not an issue for Silvervale. So this is a personal problem that you should just work with and stop being so overwhelmed with. You should have moved on. Probably talk to her. Like, it's not that hard to talk to someone. I guess as a content creator, it's probably hard, but like, it's two big content creators. It's not hard to just send them a DM and be like, yo, you want to talk? Yo, you want to chat? This is where my age comes into play. This kind of stuff isn't that big a deal for me. The letter in my eyes just makes it out a bigger issue than it is. Let me get back to that when we're done. I gave you guys my take at the beginning, actually, of the stream. So you know what my take is. But I haven't read this document beforehand. So let's finish this and I'm going to give you my take. Moving on from Silver, let me talk about Spite. Once again, I had no involvement or a knowledge of the Red bringing up Spite to Nano in 2023. My only personal involvement with excluding someone specific from working with Nano was Silver. My design sheet outfit were finished and I made public at the very start of 2021. The first thing she mentioned is debut teaser in 2022 that was apparently posted on the same day as her original debut, which I honestly don't know if at the time was intentional or not. I don't know what the first discovered Spite, and it could have been after she debuted. But when I first debuted, I was very possessive of my design details, and I had made it for years and a half since my design sheet was finished and public to having a full feature debut as I watched everything grow and change from the sidelines, and I didn't want anyone else to capitalize on the concept before I could. Soon after my original debut, I remember Spite getting an update to her model that made it seem like she was more closely resembled me, including fire added to her model. Without evidence, I saw it and thought she must have copied me, but I never did anything about it other than voice my frustration to Red. I can understand that. So you basically found that a little bit weird. Again, a little bit in your own mind, and you share that with your boyfriend. That's exactly what I said first time I went to the document. I think these problems are personal issues Silver had. I think she acknowledged, things she saw, and then she basically in the end of the day just felt pushed, and what ended up happening is that she shared these ideas to her boyfriend, and her boyfriend took it because he's her boyfriend and emotional around it as well, kind of pushed these ideas further on to maybe Nano. Now, might this be the case? I don't know, because everybody says that everything Red would say has been double checked with Sinder. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, that's the problem, is that I can see how this can happen if you have an emotional boyfriend that is not professional at all, but trying to act professional, and has his girlfriend constantly crying about these things. I can understand how he takes an action and goes forward. But if the case is, again, that every single thing he had to say business-wise has to be double-checked with Sinder, and if they're living together, I feel like this is less plausible. That's the thing. I didn't want to start drama with anyone, and I didn't have ownership over fire as design detail. The reference of the ripped shirt and short outfit and bikini model was given to Nana in June 2022 with the purpose of having covered up outfit that would be safer for Twitch. The merch sheet art she referred to was designed around the concept of fire changing blue. The fact that the rest of the art was grayscale was the artist's choice, since it was going into the back of the hoodie, and I didn't have to say, or at least I didn't counter that being the final decision. There was no intention to deliberately look like Spite with this piece. Unfortunately, both my Angel and Sleepy outfit, things similar to the outfit of Spite has done in the past, was just a coincidence. I had always planned to one day make an Angel counterpart to my Demon outfit when I made it back in 2023. I can agree, I can understand this. I also have like an idea of like a dark mode Addy, for example. Like, I'm very light, very bright, and I plan to keep these bright light colors. But also, I think I also had the opposite idea. You know, like whenever you have the original, you kind of have the opposite idea, and there might be an interest for her. So I can understand her having that idea. That makes sense, yeah. And my original reference sheet laid to the groundwork for the idea. I've never liked theming anything around my brand in a religious light, so I choose to make my angel form more Greek Valkyrie than biblical, which also give it similar look to a demon form. The sleepy... Why would you think that way, by the way, if you have a demon? I feel like biblical could be fine then. Like, if you already have demons, you already focus around like... anyways, the sleepy outfit was a last-minute decision to pivot from fully new 3.0 model because I had the opportunity to work with gamer subs on an AFK flavor. Spite never should have received the hate comments over her outfit or any comments comparing us or belittling her because of my existence, and never advocated for anyone to do so, especially given my experience. Red and black, yeah. Basically that's what I thought. We have actually a fan art piece that are like that. for Halloween. Anna in the community drew one like that. But yeah. Spite also brought up another creator who reached out to her about their experience with me, and I can only assume that Ninetales, there are an ASMartist who at one point posted a Hellhound OC for one of their upcoming ASMR video, and it was undoubtedly created using me as a reference. This was right after my debut, and like I said, I was very protective of my design elements being unique to me, and I overreacted. Shortly after, I apologized, and they agreed to adjust the character design, and I thought the matter was settled. So here's the thing that's kind of hard to think about, and I think every VTuber like trying to neglect this and push this away are kind of lying and being just being a bitches in a way. Because like the thing is that a VTuber design and model is very precious. It is very you. You're creating a branding, and you're creating a basically a different kind of visual of yourself, and it is personal, it is important, and the branding and ID and you have created there are very they're very important to you. So I can understand where you get a little bit emotional in a formal way, where you would like to protect her right. I will not push her away from this idea. I understand. I can understand. I think the only problem is whenever you stop pushing people away, because and whenever you do something very simple or something that is kind of like, it's very hard to do something original. All right. A lot of things are done. A lot of things are copies of copies. So it's not that you create an idea. It's impossible in a way. But I can understand whenever you clearly see blatant plagiarism. I can understand that. And I can understand where you see someone, they kind of look like you and you're feeling a little bad about it, because like, it makes sense. Because you would like to be unique. You would like to be you. You don't want to see someone else that reminds you of you. Because that's weird, right? Like let's give an example. You don't want to go to a party and then someone else has the same outfit as you. That's weird, right? So if someone had a wolf model, it's fine, right? But if somebody had a wolf model or somebody had a fox model, okay, and they had white hair and tipped pink hair, I'm gonna bat an eye. I think everybody would bat an eye. Like, I feel like, listen, it's impossible to be original, but can we be honest for 1 second? My features, they're not crazy, but the fact that I have pink tip hair on one line and only my tips are pink is giving a distinct design decision that are clearly unique. And if you see that design on someone else, I think you kind of you can see for yourself that this is a clear copy. They're very distinct, especially your hair. Exactly. Look at my hair. And you need to understand that here's the thing, a factor that's I'm gonna tell you right now about my hair. And this maybe it will give an audience viewer understand a little bit why Sinder could also feel this way. I spent 2 months designing my VTuber model, the reference sheet, 2 months. And I sat down with friends and I sat down myself and I kept redesigning, rethinking, constantly working on it. Because it's personal, it's me, it's the new thing for me. And then when I was done with a reference and was ready to even start with the VTuber model itself, I still went back to the design and did changes to the model that made it more unique in the view I wished it for it to be, after we were working on the model itself. While it's being worked on, while it's being finished, after reference, we still did changes. And whenever you put that kind of emotional baggage onto a design and specific or like field, like specific things, there's a connection for a VTuber where they will take them a little personal whenever somebody else steals them. And there are design features, like if somebody has a tail, wolf tail with pink tips, I'm not gonna bat an eye. All right, white tail with pink, I'm not gonna bat an eye for that, okay? That doesn't make sense. Like, it's just a wolf tail. This is a wolf tail design, right? That's fine. But the hair itself, there's keys, the shirt, the hair, there are keys. And there are keys probably Sinder herself has thought about with her design, her model, that made her bat an eye with other people. Because it's very easy to understand when somebody has stolen your model design, because you can do anything in art. You can do any design. You can do everything. But it's very clear when you see something is a blatant copy. It's very clear. So I understand the emotional baggage. I will not, in my opinion, I will not look down on Sinder for this at all. I won't. If you do, that's fine. But I think let's have some empathy. People don't have empathy anymore on the internet. And I get it. You should also have empathy for Spite. You should feel bad for Spite for dealing with this shit. You should feel bad for this ASMR, this Nyan Tails as well. Because that sucks. Right? This sucks. This is annoying. This is ass. But I can have empathy for both parties. I can understand and feel bad for both parties. Because I understand where you're coming from. I get it. I get the feeling. I understand. But also, in a way, these kinds of negative emotions as well are something you have to work with. You know what I mean? About an eye, if they had a little pendant on the ear as well. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things, right? I think that the pendant, I could kind of be like, okay, but that's kind of fine. But like, I think the hair and the shirt is probably my biggest features, in my opinion. Yeah, the hair was really important for me. So yeah. But yeah, I'll reverse your color scheme. I'll widen the model. It would black and change the pink. Orange to nothing else. Still copying the eyes because you changed a few words in the story. If the main idea is still plagiarism, in my opinion. I think that the thing is that I worked within this field in a way, and I worked with a lot of lawyers, and I've seen plagiarism in many ways. I think there's very easy to notice plagiarism. I think there is. It really is. And I think that you can see it, even if it's freelancing. I think you should be able to take inspiration from people. But inspiration and be inspired is not copying. And that's the thing people often that are not professional doesn't understand. I agree, just changing color, keeping the same model doesn't mean it's different. No, it doesn't. No, you need to change the entire thing. But yeah. Yeah. Like if I see that's just pretty much it. Like if I see a male VTuber and I can see myself in it in any ways, I'd probably also be like, damn, that sucks. Like that's weird, bro. that's probably weird. I think any VTuber would do that. But here's the thing I would like to emphasize on that people should understand is that a VTuber is special for the VTuber itself. And if you're planning to be a VTuber, you should make something that is feeling you. Don't be someone else. Like, you're not saying that because, oh, it sucks to be copied or this is plagiarism. I say that for your own fault. Because a VTuber is a very expensive project and time-consuming thing, and it's going to be your branding. And I think that if you think about VTubing, and you think about, like, just a character in itself, if you want to be a character, you want to create something, make something that is specific for you. And you can take inspiration from people, but you should not copy them at all. You should not, because it's always going to be someone else. It's always going to be someone else. It's not going to be you. You're going to lie to yourself that it's you, but it's not going to be you. You got to do something unique. But we're getting off on a different tantrum here. We're getting off, but I hope that makes sense to you. And I understand, Sinder, but let's move on. At the very start of my online career, I was a GFE, ASM artist, girlfriend for... I think this is some girlfriend experience. I think this is girlfriend experience ASMR tier list. Okay, so she was a girlfriend experience ASMR tier list. Before starting my channel, I had gotten into listening to roleplay audios of myself. Had always been shut in throughout high school and college, and I wasn't happy with where my life and relationship were at the time. After uploading my first few audios, my channel started growing fast. This was the first time I was inundated with so many people wanting to know me and talk to me. And I got lost in the excitement of it all, not fully coming to terms with these messages being because of the kind of content I was making. I was immature and inexperienced with how to conduct myself online. I have never had many in real life friends, and I had met Rain doing ASMR. I quickly became comfortable chatting with him and about everything, divulging and grievances about my personal life I shouldn't have. I cheated on my boyfriend with Rain in these conversations. Damn, flirting and sexting. Holy. I used Rain for emotional comfort and sexual fantasies while I let my real life relationship collapse. It was about dissatisfaction with my personal life and escaping into it. Messages with someone else who I found throughout content focused around girlfriend and boyfriend or role-playing. It was never about climbing the ladder with Rain, and I find that being his takeaway from why I moved on baffling. By the time I was ready to debut as Sinder, I wanted to leave that in the past. Still to this day, I regret my decision and have been living with it since. And I was lucky to be able to mend my relationship after that. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's crazy. Holy fuck. So she cheated on her boyfriend with an ASMR artist. Sexting. Oh my God. Man. Can you imagine being cucked by an ASMR artist? That's fucked up. Sudden trauma. I did not expect this. I know there's like 20 documents or something, but I did not. Holy, I did not expect this kind of baggage. Whoa. Whoa, the man needs to run. Is this Red? But who is it? Your previous ex? Oh my God, that's fucking crazy. And lastly, I want to address Peaches. This is a very big problem I have, and I'm sure many other in my position do too. At the end of the day, I'm one person working on multiple projects with multiple companies, talking to dozens of people and streaming for hours almost every day. I've never had a big social battery, and I get tired very easily when interacting with people. I can see that. But I haven't had much energy at all over the past year, leading to my taking frequent naps. I've rarely been able to keep up with a close handful of friends on frequency basis, let alone everyone else. Bro, she's just saying she's getting old, man. She's saying she's getting old. Dude, Hag's gotta hit the hay. It is what it is, man. She's hit it closer to 30. It's time to hit the hay. It is hard, man. Old. Bro, one day you gotta get bald. Oh, no. Oh, no. That sucks, bro. That fucking sucks, man. Yeah, I get that. It is what it is. Maybe she had to have a nap, guys. She couldn't deal with it. That's why Red dealt with this. How dare we get bald? What the fuck? Yeah, y'all gotta get a wig now. What the fuck? That sucks, bro. Red has... No wonder she put all of her boyfriend... She had to sleep. She had to do the Sleepy Joe, man. She let their boyfriend do the combos because she had to go to bed. Now we get it. She had to sleep, guys. It's fine. It's not her fault. It's not her fault, man. Poor Sinder, man. Not the Sleepy Joe. Oh no. Red has always been a big help in keeping up with it. Oh, look at that. Look, I told you. She gotta sleep, man. But he doesn't do everything. I'm so sorry I made you feel forgotten. Peaches, I will always cherish your friendship, and I was so incredibly excited to meet you in Paris. Ooh, I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me, and I've never thought to purposely drop you just because I could. I'm sorry. I know I made a lot of people feel forgotten and ignored, or it's so easy to get caught up in project or what I'm doing while I have been in the energy to do it, that people fall by the wayside. I understand that the feelings of those who resent me over this, and all I can say is I am sorry. I don't deserve to be able to contact everyone involved directly to personally apologize, so I'll do it here in the chance they read it. I think that in a way, like if you're a content creator, you barely have time to begin with, man. You barely have time. You're busy. You have people talking to you. You gotta sleep. You know, you gotta sleep. Ooh, you gotta sleep. So, you know, like, I get it. You can't talk to everybody. So if somebody feels bad that you don't talk to them, that's on them, man. That is what it is. Talk to you. You can send them a message yourself. It's not that big of a deal. To Nano, I'm so sorry letting things get to the point or even entertain the thought of you working exclusively with me. That, not to be fair to you, I wouldn't be here with you. I wouldn't have been able to do most what I've already done without you. I felt overly attached to our relationship over the past year. I loved your work and so much. I want to make myself exclusive to your art. I should have never sought the feeling reciprocated. Everything you've ever worked on for me and was always so perfect, and I lost the sight for everyone else around me would have felt. I had no intention of pressuring you into anything, but looking back at the cloudless judgment, and I can see how my message felt that way when I talked about how my model helped you improve. I meant it as looking back on how far we've come together. We've been friends for so long and cheered each other on when we both started growing and getting more opportunities like plushies, figures. You had my exclusive artist for the full life 2D models for a majority of my time as a VTuber. Of course, I would have been sad if you didn't want to continue that relationship, but all of our private DMs, I was okay with you ultimately doing what was best for you. I saw you as someone I trusted and loved, and I wanted to make sure that all still is taken care of with the care of yourself with all the projects you took on, mine and otherwise. I never saw you as a business partner, and I thought that was reassuring that I'd always be understanding if you wanted to move on to other projects. I genuinely appreciate our friendship. I always saw you as a close friend, and I'm sorry for what I put you through. Oh my fucking god. Man, I feel like in the end of the day, you're kind of contradicting a little bit of what you're saying. Like, and in a way, I want to say, like, I think you're changing the perspective of what the story is. And I feel like that's what the most of this apology letter is doing. Now, it's not lying here, but it's trying to change the perspective of what things are. It's trying to form them in a different way, in a manner, to make them seem less fraudulent. You know what I mean? Apology doesn't seem genuine. It sounds gaslighting, trying to make Sinder herself look innocent. It does kind of do that way. It does seem like that. Man, since the start, I always admired you. To Bow, by the way. Generally, you've always been to everyone. I would have been here without you. Either I'm disgusted with myself for buying into the narrative that my friends were competition. Buying into the narrative, again, pushing her boyfriend down. Okay, I've never had genuine friendship in my life, and especially with you, I've gotten to know each other so well online and in person. You've already been through so much, and the last thing I want you to do is cause harm, but I did. I'm so sorry not to reacting out sooner about these ideas that weren't put into my head. I wish we would have been able to talk this out about this too. I didn't know about the severity of things that had been said and theorized about my own friends behind my back until now. It's my fault for not realizing the things Red was saying about you. The council of friendships I made here with the last several years means so much more to me than him, and the business side of things and his way of thinking. No amount of popularity or money means more to me than the relation I've built in this community. I've always been myself, whether that on the stream or in person, and I hope that the friends I made can understand that I've condoned this behavior or any of the things that were said about my friends. I always wanted everyone around me to thrive and find happiness. I can't stress enough how disappointed I am and didn't see this sooner until I got into the breaking point. I am sorry, pal. Bullshit. Oh, fuck me, dude, bro. What the fuck is this shit, bro? Dude, these guys are... Oh my god, I cannot believe this shit. Man, holy fuck. fuck the fucking liar you are. Holy shit, what a fucking... Dude, where's the Hassan clip? Where's the fucking Hassan clip, man? Where is he? Let me... Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Holy shit. Weasley, well...
Nothing I do is performative. So I'm not going to, for instance, I'll use Hassan as an example. I'm not going to talk to a black person like Trihex and say, hey, the N-word, it's always black. What do you think black people...
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude.
Excuse me.
Holy
Sorry.
fucking
I'm out of
shit,
control. I
dude.
apologize for that.
Literally lying. Still lying to his audience. Can someone at least fucking enlighten Destiny that he's literally lying to his audience? What a fucking piece of shit, dude. Holy fucking shit.
I think... Honestly, that was the perfect clip. I think you just burned yourself. You took the gasoline and you were like drinking it. You're like, yes, yes, I need more gasoline. I need to burn this fucking place. Holy shit, how much you're lying. This is crazy. Again, she's pushing her boyfriend down the drain. She's pushing him, saying this was his action, this was his ideas. He pushed me to these ideas. She just put him down the rug. She pushed him down, bro. What the fuck? Everything is blamed on her boyfriend, and she's saying, "Oh no, we're not together anymore, so we should still be friends, right?" That is fucking crazy. The devil made her do that. Devil, that's right. Her every action she did, her boyfriend was behind her and was whispering, yeah, fuck them, yeah, they want to steal your shit, yeah, they're stealing your editors, stealing, fuck them, don't be, yeah, dude, that's crazy. This is crazy. This is nuts. Oh my god, this is nuts, dude. I cannot believe that. I feel bad for her fans. I feel bad for her fans. I'll be real with you, like straight up. I do feel bad for her fans because like the thing is that I don't think, hands down, I don't think the situation is super crazy. Like she didn't do anything super nuts. I think she was just an asshole toward her friends. And she was really like, the thing she did to her artist is just she being kind of just being a piece of shit in a way. You're emotionally blackmailing this young artist that she's trying to grow. Like I think that's just an asshole move, and I don't think it's like the craziest thing. It's bad, but it's not the craziest thing. But the fact you come back and double down and lie so much to your audience, to your friend, your ex-friends, and everybody reading this as an apology letter, in your apology letter to being called out for, just says that I am sorry I got caught. Everything was the blame on my boyfriend. We are no more longer dating. So I won't do this shit anymore. When at the end of the day, all that happens there is the fact that nobody can trust you anymore. Nobody. Because even in this apology letter, where you meant to be honest and be diligent about everything here, you are sitting here and just spewing 7 pages of lies and coming up and contradicting things that are even stated in your documents that are show there. They're literally showed there. Now, the proof is right here. The proof is there. The only ones you lie to here that will believe this are the crowds that are super fans. And I would just honestly just say it right now. We're not even done yet, but I'll say it now. If you just said I fucked up, guys, this sucks. I was mentally just not in the right place. I'm sorry to all my friends. I really am. I'm really sorry to Nano. I'm really sorry to everybody. It was my fault. He was my boyfriend. I think we're gonna move on because I think this is kind of not toxic in a way. And honestly, this is partially my blame too. I'm really sorry for everything. I'm just a piece of shit, and I'm gonna work on myself, and I'm gonna try to take something. And I'm sorry to my fans. And honestly, honestly, like, this is just a way I'm gonna try to learn and grow. And I just honestly, young and dumb. And if you just said that, I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But coming back here and lying for 7 documents? Bro, I read all this shit soon. You're wasting everybody's time. You're wasting everybody's time. Anyways, to Sack, I love getting to chat with you in person. I absolutely love all the work you put into the Boss Rush song. I was so grateful to hear when you on board on the MV edit. I remember exactly why the stream got pushed back, but I definitely wouldn't have put blame on you knowing how soon deadline was when you started working on it. I was thankful you were willing to complete the project despite everything. Quality of how it turned out was incredible. I can't believe how Red talked about you, especially after all the effort you put into for me. I'm so sorry everything that happened. This is fine. This is a fine apology. Cotton and Lily. Ooh. I'm so sorry I had to drag you into this. It's my fault. I let it get to this far, but I hope you can believe me when I say I had no knowledge of Red bringing you up in Nano's DMs. I just learned about all of this myself, and there could have been so many other friends affected by the narrative that things always had to be competitive. If I knew Red was trying to exclude specific friends, this exclusivity deal, I would have spoken up. None of my friends are worth sacrificing over the art pieces. I loved being your friend and all the memories that we've shared, and hope someday you can forgive me for not allowing this to happen. Here's the thing about VTubers, guys. VTubers, most of them are just doing collabs. Like, that's the factor of it. So you need to have VTuber friends. I don't give a fuck, but like, that's why I sit in care with less than 100 views, you know, like with VTubers says that's why these are big. They're just constantly going with the same audience in a circle, and the same audience, and it goes in a circle. That's why you got to be homies with them. That's why you got to do these fucking collabs all the time. So her saying she's sorry to these people, it just makes me think that, oh my God, we got to collab more. We got to keep doing collab. We got to be homies still. Because her cutting down the ties of all of these big people is just really bad for a business. It's just going to be bad for her in every way. Like, I don't know. Like, again, this is just the shift of blame to her boyfriend is just pathetic. Anyways, since the start, I love that I saw someone else sharing so similar interests to me, and I thought maybe someday we could talk about it all and be good friends. I was blindly by all these hated comments around me calling me your lesser half. I hate the person I become toward you. I tried reaching out some time ago and tried starting up with a friendly conversation to changing things and make things right. Say hi to you at the conversation, support your endeavors, but despite all that, I was still being eaten alive by my own doubts and fear and harassments. I was pressured by the community as a whole to try reaching out to collaborate, since I got these messages so often comparing us. I hope we could work at something out. The photo of me at the meet and greet was taken candidly, and I thought it looked so cute. I posted it without asking you, which was wrong of me. I was so wrong for letting everyone in the head about these malicious feelings. I'm so sorry for the opportunities I've taken away from you. I'm sorry, Silvervale. Wait, she posted a photo of Silvervale? Dude, I didn't read the Silvervale document. Wait, so she posted a photo of Silvervale, like her actual self, without double checking with her? That's crazy. For VTuber, that's fucking crazy. Sylvia has a doc. I can maybe skim through it, but that's crazy. I'm sorry I had to assume things about your design. They weren't true. I'm so sorry you've been harassed by commenters needing to compare us. I apologize for the way Red spoke about you, Nano. You didn't deserve any of this spite. I'm so sorry. So message the spite, the one that she thought always looked like her. Okay. To Peaches, I'm so sorry if I made it seem like I was ignoring, ghosting you. I was so happy we had the opportunity to meet in person. I was apologetic with how busy things were for me at the time. I want to spend more time with you, but as I got more and more DMs, messages, everything became more overwhelming. I've always had low social battery, and that made it so hard for me to keep up the date with all my friends. I've never had any ill feelings toward you, and I still don't. To Rain. You were the first person I met, an ASMR artist, During the time where I was immature and vulnerable, I ended up being consumed by the constant content I was making, and it led to me making awful decisions. I still think about the regret. I was not a good spot at all time. I've hated myself and this kind of behavior, and it took a long time for me to move from what happened. I have no excuse. I'm sorry you were dragged into this trauma, and I'm so sorry you have made it feel after I just wanted to close the book on things. I'm sorry to Pyro Pops and my mods for expecting me to lead by a better example than this. I'm so sorry to the VTube community for looking toward me as someone to aspire to. I'm sorry to Kaiser, who put his heart and soul into everything he's ever done for me, and not even talking to you about how I felt. I'm sorry to dozens of artists that have put their hard work on me, and I'm sorry to the rest of my friends who are let down. I've led a bad example, and I don't expect forgiveness. I've made many mistakes over my 5 years of internet. I'm only one person living the one life I get for the first and only time, like everyone else. As I said at the start, I ended up developing an extremely unhealthy work-life balance, and the harm Red has caused with the way he viewed things is irreparable. The way I've been perceiving things lately is not how I want to view the world moving forward, and this is going to show there's a lot I need to address and improve on if I'm going to continue being a creator. I'm devastated that the friendship so special to me may understandably never be mended again. I love my job. I love my friends. I've had it. Thank you for reading this, Sinder. Well, that sucks because that's over. I guess that's fucking over, bro. This over, man. All right, Elise, I'm gonna ask you before I put my fucking thoughts in. What are your thoughts on this? Tell me right now. What do you think about this? What do you think? What's your thoughts? Because I'm gonna cook. Ooh, I'm gonna cook. Oh God, this is fucking. Man, if she said this and added like a little bit more about her own problems, I don't think it would be bad. Like, this thing did not need to be 7 pages. It did not need to be 7 pages. And remove the fucking blame of your boyfriend. Fuck me. Holy, yeah, this is an apology. It's just a lot of bullshit and lie gaslighting. Yeah, just a bunch of lies and blaming Red. She was not honest, this apology at all. It wasn't even an apology. It was trauma dumping. So the devil made her do all these things. Yeah, the devil did. Satan did. That's why she had made an angel outfit, because she had the devil near her. You know what I mean? She made some shitty decision, but her behavior now doesn't help her case. Before it was stupid, now it's sad because she took zero accountability. Yeah, 2 pages of max. Yeah, exactly. No, you just need 1 page, man. I'll be real with you. But anyways, she didn't take accountability and only blamed her boyfriend. Absolute bullshit. Victim blaming, gaslighting, lying, and even taking the time off the comes back as a different VTuber and other form of content creator. She won't make it. Bro, I'm gonna be real, y'all cooking with it. Y'all, why y'all not streamers? What the fuck, chat? Elise, why y'all not streaming? Y'all got the right idea in mind. Holy fucking stuff. Y'all right on the point. Bing, bing, bong. Man, so this is the case, all right? This was all a waste of time. All of this was a bullshit. This is a waste of time. All you fucking did here was lie and waste our time. What you had to do was not to blame your boyfriend. You are basically saying he's giving you these ideas. He's making you feel bad. He's making you think these ways. And this is all just bullshit in our ear, man. You cannot shift the blame on your boyfriend, because you're saying here as well that you're gonna stop. We have been in a relationship since the start of our endeavors, and no secret on VTube and keeping it public and personal life separate. I'm no different. Yesterday, he is no longer working with me, and now I've not extensively discussed any of this with him. Our personal situation goes from here will be figured out between us privately. So basically, you're just saying that he's not going to do any business with you, and he's not going to be your boyfriend still, but he's going to be in the background. He's not going to be there publicly anymore. That's basically what he's saying, and you're putting all the online blame onto him. So he can move on and do something else and not be the online presence, and probably still rebrand as something else in online and not be that boyfriend anymore, because this is crazy. All you're doing here is pushing the blame on your boyfriend, lying to your friends, lying about the situation, and this was bullshit. Waste of time. Bro, if I was not a content creator and I read this, I'd be, oh shit. I'm gonna be real. I'd stop at the 4. I'm gonna be real. I'll be out of this in 4 sentences. I'll be real. I'll be out of this in 4 sentences because I can already see here where we're going, and we really went there. The thing is that if you came up and you just said, listen guys, I dated Red, his opinions and what he said went through me, and that is true, and I'd like to apologize to everybody on all of the actions I have done and all of the friends I have hurt, my fans that I've hurt, the people that have looked up to me, because I will need to be honest. I fucked up. I have never been in a social atmosphere this big before. I have never dealt with pressures like it is in the content creation space. And I have had negative thoughts that have pushed down my ideas around other people. And personally, this has not benefited me in any way because I've looked at other people as enemies. And this is not a way to go. I am young and I do mistakes. And I think this whole situation is an absolute backlash to awaken my inner feelings toward everything. And I gotta work on myself. I gotta work on everything. And it's my fault. I am to blame, and I'm so sorry. I really fucked up. I hope that I can show change in the future, and I'm gonna take time to work on myself. And that's it. I think that if she just acknowledged her mistakes, if she acknowledged her wrongs, and said that she's fucked up, because again, at the end of the day, we are humans. It's just what it is. I think that originally this shit, I'm be real with you, I could see reasons for it happening, and I didn't think it was a big of a deal. I thought it was just ass and shitty. I'll be real. I thought it was just shitty. I just thought it was, I didn't really care about this that much. I'm be real. Like straight up. I think that people blew this up a lot. I honestly think everybody blew this up and was a little bit spiced up because it's the new VTuber drama. Because all VTuber drama is often like high school drama. And if you talk to somebody, we have someone that's in their 40s, and they look at this and they're like, what the fuck is going on? Why is everybody mad? And I understand it's not really something that it's a bad thing to be done to a friend, and it sucks to be a friend because you're getting backstabbed. And the whole situation is shitty, but it's not something to be that pissed about. You should not get upright and so mad about this. But this post itself did more damage to the reputation of Sinder than honestly this doc did in a way. Because like this here just acknowledges no mistake at all and pushes the blame, and it doesn't show any progress. It doesn't show that this situation has progressed her mind at all. It shows that she's still in the same pit as she was 2023 when she started all of this shit. Keep it real? No, I'm gonna keep it real. This is just it. I think that honestly, man, this drama is boring and it's bullshit, and I can understand for a friend or the artist how they feel, because it sucks. It's emotional blackmail, and also you're backstabbing your friend. You're taking your friends like business opportunities away from them. It sucks. But the fact you come back here and you don't take any accountability and you push all onto your boyfriend just shows that you have not grown yet, and you're gonna need some more time. I don't know how old Sinder is, but maybe in like 5 years you're gonna look back at this and you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn that this is the way you thought is not the way to go. You're going to learn how to treat your friends better. You just got to grow. And that's just the honest truth. You just got to grow. You got to get older. You just got to grow. I wish Sinder the best. I think it sucks for everybody involved. I do. I honestly think it's sad. I mean, it is sad. Like, some people here are super fans of her, right? Some people here have been longtime friends of her. And like, having this situation happen, it just sucks. She's just selfish and petty, only caring about herself and no one else. And that's kind of what this says, right? It kind of does say that. That's the thing. It does say that. I've always said sometimes the worst battle we face is against ourselves. In my opinion, I think it applies here. Yeah, I think so. I think the only one she had to apologize to is herself. She did. She had to apologize to herself. She had to acknowledge that she fucked up, that she's struggling. And I get it, man. Like, listen. Like, let's think about this for a second, okay? I mean, this has gone on for a long time, right? But when you're 19 and you come out of high school and you have no social experience, okay? And this is the thing I notice a lot with VTubers is that a lot of people don't have any social experience. Like, they weren't pop. Like, it's maybe somewhere, but like, I feel like many people weren't like super popular and hanging out with everybody and talking to everybody and going everywhere and very upfront and extroverted. I feel like most VTubers were not the case. They were not streetwise. They were not wise when it came to people, and they can't read often the room really well. Like, that's what I've noticed with a lot of people I've interacted with and seen. A lot of people come from high school and they haven't had that experience. They haven't had a real life view, and they come out and they get famous, and then suddenly they have thousands of people watching them, and suddenly they have a bunch of famous friends and a bunch of people talking to them, and this comes as a clash, and they haven't really learned anything. So obviously, like, basic primitive human mechanism comes in, and you start being like a bit skeptical, a bit worried. And you don't know how to take in information as somebody that has been with a lot of people would, right? It lacks maturity. Yeah, exactly. It does. I think that honestly, this whole case, honestly, this most of these replies as well. Like this is not everybody come and be fine, but like, I think that most of the. I think that in most cases, everybody comes together and are supportive. And I'm happy for that. I'm really happy that everybody comes up and are supportive, and it's nice. It is nice. Bro, this sucks. It sucks, man. These are friends. These are homies, right? They know each other. It sucks. I'm glad that everybody comes together and support each other. But the ones that are like looking at this, that are not personally involved and getting really pissed, it also shows a lack of maturity, because they're looking at the scenario and they can't think for themselves. They got to think for it with the crowd. I mean, that's how I feel, honestly. But maybe I am wrong. Maybe I just don't give a fuck enough. But I was, again, not personally involved, and I'm looking at this as an unbiased opinion, viewing it from a different standpoint. I don't think this is that crazy. But I think this apology, on the other hand, is fucked up. This is just a waste of time for everybody. This just sucks. This just sucks. Socially naivety applies to a lot of young people, especially if they're introverted or don't like social in real life. Yeah. So again, I can understand if somebody fucks up. But like, you gotta be, at least after so long, realize one moment for yourself that you are in the wrong. Acknowledge, take accountability of your wrongdoings. Realize you fucked up and you're immature. And that's it. Just say you don't blame the devil. The devil did not speak in your ear. The devil did not do things on your behalf. You did them. These are your actions. The only one you can blame and apologize to is yourself. And I hope you learn. I'm not going to sit here now and hate on Sinder. I'm going to watch Sinder if she goes live and I feel like it. This is not going to change my opinion about Sinder. But as a human, I'm going to say how I view it as another human being. I can understand. Like, I feel like, dude, let me explain it to you. I skipped every psychology lessons I had in high school, but I came back. I skipped every single class. I didn't come to a single one because I'm kind of, I feel like I interact with a lot of people. Even in high school, I interacted with a fuck ton of people. I kind of understand a little bit how people think. I remember this was so funny. I skipped every lesson, but I came for the exam and I wrote like, I think I wrote like a 10-page, like some explanation of something about like some human psychology or something, and my teacher wanted to give it nearly top grade, but she basically failed me because I didn't. She was pissed that I didn't attend a single class. Point B is that I feel like I understand people, and the only thing is that I don't want to blame someone. I don't want to push somebody down. Oh damn, bro. Yeah, that was funny, dude. She was pissed. Like the thing is that I don't want to blame someone. I don't want to push someone down. And I think that's the wrongdoing about Twitter and everyone, is that they always, when somebody's in bad place, they push them down. And I was saying that that Sinder is in a super bad place. Like, she's wealthy and stuff like that. She got to work on herself. But point B is that I just hope you acknowledge your wrongdoings eventually. You acknowledge your mistakes and you work on yourself and you become better at it. Because in the end of the day, guys, y'all need to understand we are humans. We are humans and we fuck up. And a test is always a test, and you fail it to learn. You'll always fail and you'll learn from your mistake. But the problem is that will you be smart enough to learn from them or keep repeating them? That is on to you. And I hope that Sinder, as she definitely did not learn from this, but I hope eventually with time she will learn. I really do. How many classes did you miss? I had like 2 classes every week, or 1 class every week for a year, and I only attended like 2 or 3. I thought it was, I'm gonna be real, I thought it was boring as hell. I had to fill it up because I couldn't have any more. I was only going for a doctor degree, and I couldn't really have anything more. I already did like high math beforehand. I already finished high math and already did finish chemistry, and also mastered in Japanese. So I basically had classes left, so I had to fill it up. So I took my last year. Okay, I'm changing subject. Anyway, moving on back to this. Let's move on. Let's see. I thought this was funny. I've not read this, but we can see we have something big here. Shy Lily is somebody that I would say are very respectful, a calm individual, that are always honest, in many ways very friendly. I think she's extremely friendly and sweet. I do. And whenever I see Shy Lily start with this, the absolute audacity to sit here and continue to manipulate and gaslight is absolutely insane. You fucked up. You pissed off Shy Lily. You fucked the fuck up. Holy. I agree. That audacity. Holy. The pain and mental torment you cause to the one closest and most supportive of you has been devastating, and I've never been so heartbroken and hurt so badly for my friends. You are the fakest person I've ever had the displeasure of supporting. You are the fakest person I've ever had this pleasure of supporting. My God, dude. Holy. Reading and hearing how you've really viewed me behind my back, not just through screenshot of your man. Your man. Your man. But also your very own messages, while having to sit here and read through these bullshit lies you spin, makes me want to vomit. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Shy Lily, you're burning her. She already cooked. You gotta calm down, bro. Bro, Lily, you gotta put down the flamethrower. Holy shit. If my reaction, if even I got enough of the absolute lies, imagine how it feels being a friend of her, knowing her closely, being a part of this. and reading this bullshit. 7 pages of absolute bullshit. For years. Yeah. Jesus. Jesus. To claim that you didn't know a single thing and had zero awareness of what your man was up to when everyone who's shared even a single moment with you knows that you basically operate as the same person, sharing every waking moment while loving to jump the slightest opportunity, turn into your most slanderous self as soon as the opportunity was given. Even when talking about your friends is sickening. Oh my god, your man. This is fucking nuts, bro. This is exactly kind of what I was saying though. Like, I think that every moment, again, like, if every chance she had, every time she could, she would face the blame onto her boyfriend. But like, if they worked single-handedly together and everything was done together, how can you do this? Like, you're just like, with that knowledge, it shifts the whole reality of your argument. You're trying to make this into a situation where the devil whispered in my ear. But bitch, you're the devil. He's a demon. You're Lucifer. He's just an angel following you. What the hell are you yapping about? Oh my god, bro. We stand for Lily for sure. I support Lily 100% there. My god. I have experienced your own actions without red in situation where in your own screenshotted words you express a pressure to live up to what Lily is and proceeds to throw one of your most loyal and supportive friends under the bus after months of continuously planning just because you consistently chose business over friends. Never feeling bad for your failing, or bad for failing them. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my god, dude. This is crazy. Dude, get her ass. Get her. Bro, Lily's cooking. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Dude, how did you make the orca, the sweet little orca, be so vicious? Like, I'm telling you, if you made Lily this mad, if she cooking you this hard, you really fucked up. Like, I don't think people, I get it. If you're not into VTuber and you don't understand, Lily is like the sweetest girl ever. She's so calm and sweet. Seeing her be this upfront with you, like, again, she is European, she is German. I can understand how she would. She could put her nail into the coffin if she wants to, but man, it is shocking. I've never seen Lily write something like this before. That's insane. Yeah, that's destructive. Yeah, holy fuck. Oh my god. Just to earn a bag and compete with me over a V-card collab that you rescheduled to be on the exact date your friend needed you to keep an important promise. You actually lied about it to them instead of blaming me for the collab you reschedule, adding me to the pool of excuses to save your ass. When you realize when we're being a bad friend, why blame me for choosing to miss an obligation you agreed to on one of the most important day in that friend's career? Man, is that true? Did she reschedule did she reschedule a stream? I just remember anything you say on the internet says there. Man. To be honest, I'd be pissed too. Yeah, she's also fucking up business. Well, the stream won't happen, so who cares? I think it has already happened. That's a V card thing was a long time. It was last summer, wasn't it? I think it was last summer. Holy shit. Everything you do is out of competition through your constant need to one up the people who are the sole reason you even have these opportunities and platform to earn from to begin with. You're welcome, by the way. I made you. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Bro, Lily, you did not have to burn her that hard. She's already cooked. Oh my god. She just went ahead and said it. Yeah, oh my god, held that hound, bro. Lily became a fucking shark. Oh lord. You claim that it's just business. Well, in business world, there has to be accountability, and all you've done is try to shove it away and made it to nothing. In true narcissistic fashion, you're already feeling sorry about yourself and your own consequences and your career and try to salvage it. Yep. That's the thing. That's the funniest thing about them. I said this about Red. I said about her. Y'all talking about business. Y'all talking like fucking Twitch spurgs, man. Y'all not thinking. Y'all thinking about your own fat ass. You're not thinking about business. You're thinking about your emotions. You want to talk business? Move these damn emotion out of your fucking head. Get that out of. Think about what you're gonna do. Be progressive. What the fuck is this shit? Holy. I'm sorry for everyone who looked up to you as an inspiration. I'm sorry, especially sorry for your fans. Parapops deserves better. Isn't that it? Man, that's so true. Dude, Lily cooked. Oh my god, I have not liked the tweet in like 6 months, okay? I'm gonna like this tweet. I'm gonna like this tweet. This was guys, I just noticed. Lily has 90k likes. 90k likes. The apology has 12k. Holy ratio. Holy. Absolutely destroy. Get her ass, Lily. Wow. Oh my god. You can read out the anger and the pain in that tweet. Man, I'm so sorry you had to face this, and all your friends, I hope you can recover. Yeah, that again, like, this is in a way is disappointing as a fan. It is really sad as a fan and a viewer, but this has nothing to do with us in a way. This just sucks for the people involved. Like, this sucks for the friend group. This sucks for the artist. This sucks for the people that have to deal with this, because this is just a situation where a friend just fucking went completely nuclear, blacked out, and decided to stab everyone they could for their own business, even because they were business minded, but actually they were just emotionally moving and forwarding all of their action because of their emotions were twisting their the thought process with everything. This is crazy. Couldn't have said it any better. I think Lily cooked. This is crazy. I cannot believe this still. Everything you do is out of competition through your constant need to one up the people who are sole reason you even have these opportunities and platforms to earn from to begin with. You're welcome, by the way. Oh my fucking god. I think this dude. Yeah, Sinder went full crash admiral, absolute self-sabotage. She did. She only lied, gaslit, and pushed the blame onto something else. She didn't acknowledge or take any accountability. This whole document is a waste of time, waste of everybody's time, waste of her friends' time, her viewers' time. This is all bullshit. She's not learning from this at all. I think that the thing, whenever something like this happens, you take the response and you learn. You take the response and you realize where you fucked up. Because they are giving the face down. They're giving you the honest truth of how everybody views this. And if you don't realize that the situation is fucked up with your own actions, and you can't acknowledge it yourself and understand it yourself, and it's time to sit down and acknowledge the wrongs everybody is presenting you and learn from them and become better. But she just decided to say no. Guys, no. It was the devil. The devil spoke in my ears. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut the devil off. No more. The devil made me do it. Oh my god. It's fucking nuts. Holy fuck. So take everything going to this, and I'll ask you, Ali, what happened if her apology was only a sentence or two instead of pages of excuses or so whatever? Her apology needs to be one paragraph. Admitting to all the blame and showing that she's going to reflect on all of this. And that's it. And apologize to all of her friends and viewers. Only one all you need is one paragraph. All you need to do is acknowledge the wrongs. Say that you're gonna learn from them and reflect. Inform that you're young and are not socially aware enough, had enough experience in life, and feel that this is a great learning experience, and apologize and not blame any of your action on anyone else. That's it. That's all you gotta do. I had no involvement or knowledge, as if the partner don't tell everything to each other. No screenshot either to prove anything you're saying. Nah. Apologize, looks inside. This is why I did nothing wrong and it was all my boyfriend. The classic. Absolute classic. As a boyfriend and girlfriend don't tell each other every single thing, you are blaming him to save yourself, and I'm so disappointed in both. Shame on you and the pain you have caused all of your friends just so you can be the best. Man. Nyanner posted, I've seen Silver receive so much harassment and unfair comparison to you over the year, and she just tanked it. Mind her business and never once tried to sabotage your success or tear you down. Deflecting and outright lying several times in response instead of fully owning up to your mistake is insulting to everyone. I can help but feel very frustrated on behalf of my friend and everyone who was receiving and of so much unnecessary stress regardless due to the choices you made. They handled the situation with much more grace than you decided to, and they deserve better. The weird backhanded remark you made first time we ever met last year struck with me, and now it makes me a lot more sense, knowing that this is apparently how you normally view and treat people. I hope you can learn from this and realize it's way easier to be kind and be happy for your success as well as the successor of others. Very true, Nyanners. Very true. Honestly, it's just it's just a situation, just shitty situation, man. You gotta hopefully one day learn. Like, this is just the fact that you just an asshole. You're just young. You just fuck up. You gotta sit down and you're gonna learn a little bit. You gotta learn. Oh, we got a comment from Vay. Vay commented? The old classes shift the blame onto boyfriend, fake breakup, come back single and in therapy, and then capitalize on what's left in your community. They deserve better. Oh my god, dude, they're fucking cooking her. Dude, they're fucking cooked. They're fucking cooked, bro. Holy shit, bro. I looked up to your man. Oh my god, this fucking sucks. Dude, everyone is this brought every single VTuber involved. Oh my fucking god. Sinder will never recover from this. I don't think so. I think she's done. Chat, what do y'all think? Do you think Sinder is done? Is it over? Is this the final nail in the coffin? Oh yes. The main reason why you don't get into dramas as VTuber? Yeah, you don't. I just covered him. You want drama with me? You shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit about you. But yeah. Holy fuck. Before her apology, she had a chance. She fucked up with the apology. She did. The apology ruined it. At the beginning, I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't. I thought it was bad for her friends. Not as a viewer. Right? But the apology really ruined all of it. It ruined all of it, man. It really did. It tainted everything. It tainted everyone. Man, that's just... She's blacklisted. No one wants to be involved with her, and even business involved with her cutting ties. They are? Ooh. It will get very hard to get back from there. I think she fucked. She's just done, yeah. Unless she fully be honest and admit she fucked up. I think that's the only thing she can do. Fully admit she's wrong. But the problem is that if she does it now, she's just gonna be like, you're just doing that because we called you out on your lies and your apology. Like if that was her response to begin with, she just admitted she fucked up. I think people could like be like, damn, good luck. I mean, good luck. Because she didn't admit it to begin with. Now she's just gonna, people are not gonna give her any props because nobody took her lies. Nobody accepted her lies or bullshit. No one knows what she looks like. They know what she looks like. She showed her face, her body, and her voice is very easy to distinguish. You can't be big. Guys, imagine if I had on another account, like let's say this account had 1,000 viewers now. Like, we have like 95 viewers now, right? Let's say we had 1,000 viewers and I got canceled, right? And I make a new account, a new VTuber, and I come in the app and that account get 1,000 viewers too, or 500 viewers. You don't think people would start to realize that, wait, this is the same guy? Okay, like it's impossible. Like people will pick up on, you can't just rebrand and people won't figure out who you are. Unless you do like a voice changer or some bullshit like it. Unless you do that, that's a different case. That's a different case. Lying and manipulating like this is only twist the knife in the hearts of the people you hurt. You spit on the faces of the pyropops who patiently waited for your side of the story and held out hope for a genuine apology and accountability. I hope one day you truly change. Yeah. I think that's the thing, is that like the fans can sit, at one point the fans can sit and wait and they can hope that things can get better, but like whenever you come back and this is the way you acknowledge it, it's just, you're not learning anything from it. You're not. Like it kind of just is disheartening for all, and nobody will really take anything you say in the future to. Somebody posted a fucking job application website. Ooh, it's time to quit. It's time to look for a new job, bro. That's funny. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. The classic put the fries in the bag. Yeah, I guess that's it. Maybe McDonald's is hiring. Oh my god, bro. Knock the McDonald's curry. That's fucked up, dude. That is fucked up. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. The deflect. Yeah. Basically, all the blame just deflected, bro. Just move on. It was my boyfriend's fault. The devil said it. Wow. Wow. I've struggled with the right word, but the price of caring for someone is the pain you feel when you lose them. All of us feel the pain now. I couldn't understand why Bao, who brought us all together in the first place, was the target of this. It was never a competition. What is a successful career without anyone to share your victory and defeats with? We all looked forward and planned forward to planning sleepovers, trips, movie nights, and putting out our souls out there for the world in our music together. I was so honored for the opportunity to work on Boss Rush and with you both. It's very sad that the closest people to you have been made to feel like stones to step on, ladders to kick down, and more. I hope this situation become a learning opportunity for us all. I think that this all makes people... The sad part about this is that it makes all people more like hesitant to make new friends and talk to new people in VTubing scene. The VTubing scene already has a big issue of people having... a lot of people are socially inadequate and are struggling a lot to have an interaction with people, understand the room, read the room, and create any experiences with other people because they have a lot of trust issues in many ways. And I think that all this creates is more baggage to people have less trust in and new upcoming people, new people reaching out to them. Because you see this even in the point of view of someone this big. And someone this big to act this way is... There's no excuse. Yeah, people are already bunkering hard. They are. They really are. And it's just tiresome. And now this is not helping the point any better. It's not making the situation any better. Can't trust anyone at this point. No, you can. You can. You can. You can. Let me see. See what people are tweeted at. Oh my fucking god. Ooh. It would be amazing seeing you too. I was wondering if you would be down to play some games off stream. If I totally understand if you're busy. Though Sinder and I were just talking about how fun it would be to have some to have a canning night. Sinder was Hellhound that was with me, the meet and greet. Oh shit. That would be a ton of fun. I've been really busy lately with the con prep and stuff, but the things have been calming down lately. Hey Ari, have you heard of Silver about doing Wolfie collab with us? Let me message her. So they were planning to do stuff together, but they never did. Man, I'm not reading that, bro. After the apology, I'm cooked, bro. Holy fuck. One thing I'll give her credit for is she probably the first person ever to bring so many large indie VTuber to come and show their disappointment. Most of the time, they tend to either ignore it or just doesn't say anything. But you know you fucked up bad when everyone... single one is mad. I am mad. But yeah, I think this is impressive. This is impressive. This is fucking impressive. Impressive as fuck. Me tuber. Yeah, this is a me tuber now. all her friends Cinder. Why would Dredd do this? Why would he do this, man? That's fucked up. Why did he do it, guys? Why the fuck did he do it, man? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's fucking crazy. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god, no. The ukulele? Guys, I think at this point, this is turned... this might be one of the worst apology letters ever. That's what I was saying, bro. This is fucking crazy. This is nuts. Dude, everybody is boiling her alive. The devil took over. Yeah, definitely with this. The devil took over Rima when she made this. Oh, guys, look, Cinder responded. Chai Lily in the replies. Chai Lily really fucked her up. Oh my god. Man. Kill the witch. Man. I think we can conclude this by saying that everybody is not taking it. Nobody is accepting her apology. This apology actually, in fact, made it worse. She dug her own grave and she's not taking any accountability for anything. This was just awful. Just end at the end of the day, really bad. Really, really bad. I want to just real quick see what how big is Silver's documents? Oh my fucking guys, we're not reading this. Bro, look at it, bro. What the fuck? What the oh, you don't see it. This is 15 pages. Guys, this is 15 pages document. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna be here for no more, please. No, I'm not. I'll skim through this. Silver, I have to cancel model comms. I'm sorry, my manager told me I have to cancel most of the comms possible for health reasons. I've been working too hard and it's getting into me. I really apologize for this convenience. I thought this case was because Nano actually had health concerns and they want to take a break. And this is not because of Red. Like, even though he did ask, she even said to Red, no, I took break because of my health concerns. I was looking forward to much. I love your art and much I've been excited for a new model. I understand though, I prioritize your health and taking care of yourself. Let this health improvement feel better. Make sure to get lots of rest and relaxation. You know I'm able to do next year. I feel pressure to anything and just ask. I'm sorry, it hurts me a lot. I just wish we could work on everything I could, but I believe I still can go for your model sometime next year. CC says that's fine. That's okay. I know you have a ton of plate. I can imagine the stressful it must be. Do you think they'll still be doing gamer subs art? Oh yeah, illustrations are okay. Okay, so I think that there's nothing bad here. I get what she's trying to say here, but no, I think that I think that even though Redacted didn't want Silver die, like again, the blame is still there. Like it doesn't fix anything because again, Cinder and Redacted didn't want Nano to work with Silvale, but Nano just basically canceled it because of her actual health and not because of them. But yeah, I just got your gamer sub stuff in the mail and it looks amazing. It's so cute. We both have Nano art on the merch since you both aren't model mama. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro, the snake. Dude, dude, you cannot believe anybody. Absolutely so fucking fake. That's crazy. That's crazy. Moving forward, Sinder and Dykta spent years sabotaging me and not understanding the reason. I've never done anything unwarranted other than just exist as a Silverveil. They actually thought out to get my model or art cancelled based on the message I've been seen and shared about what seemed to had not had any second thought on doing so. I've hard to express how crushing the feeling about talking about cruelty and malicious without knowing, and I come to opportunity my friendship were taken away from me, and I only assume despite insecurity there's no need to for an amount of anxiety. I feel knowing that if these rumors were expressed to Nano, I have assumed that they were expressed for the other, well documented and other evidence presenting to convince you that I am not the person Sinder and I redacted tried to convince the people that I am. Thank you for taking the time and read this, and I hope you all have a hope that all of the any people that who have been affected by this get the closure and peace deserved. Yeah, they definitely. I hope so too. I mean, this fucking sucks. Man. I think, guys. I think the verdict is that this is the end for Sinder as we know her. I wish her the best though. I do hope she learns from these mistakes. It's the end of the chapter it is. She learns from these mistakes, acknowledges wrong, and becomes a better person in the future. And I hope that in the future she will not treat her friends that only supports her and want to cherish moments with her in this kind of a way. I hope that your new friends, as you grow, becomes better, because at the moment I feel like you have stabbed and hurt your friends too much that the ones that you know, at least in the online space, is probably done. And I don't know who's gonna really be here for you that much. I think you're probably gonna have some viewers. She could still be a streamer. I think there's some people that don't give a fuck and is gonna move on, and she has still diehard fans that doesn't give a fuck. Again, I don't think someone super old cares about this much, honestly. I think it's a lot of people. In many ways, I think many people don't give a shit about it that much. I think this only affects mostly the people close to you, and that's what I feel. I think that this is just a problem. I think this is a personal issue that I hope she works out with herself, and I think this just sucks for everybody involved and everyone in her life and everybody close to her. And I hope that she can work it out with herself, because she's not, I don't think I would not forgive her. Like, listen, if this happened to me, okay, all right, just hands down, if I was involved, I would not forgive her. All right, so I understand everybody looking at this, everybody replying, and then that will not forgive her, because I get it. This is absolutely diabolic actions. These are awful. You're absolutely spitting in your friends and lying to them, and you're just fucking up your friends, both business and your friendship. You're completely two-faced snake. This is disgusting behavior, absolutely disgusting. And everybody involved, I hope them the best. I wish them the best. I hope that their friendship with each other becomes stronger, and that not everybody out there will be now more buried and less trustworthy of people around them, because I can understand after being backstabbed like this how it could feel and how less of a trust you would have for other people around you. That concludes this. If you're watching this on YouTube and you actually watched all of this 2 hours in, my fucking god, W on you. W stream for keeping up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like this video if you enjoyed, and come by my Twitch on twitch.tv/attilleegames. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you guys for the next take. I good one. Send those send love to those who needs. Send love to every VTuber that has been dealing with this, man. Go send love to Shy Lily, to Silverveil, send love to Bao especially, and definitely send love to Nano, the artist that had to deal with all. Go send them some love, and everybody else. I'll see you guys around. Take care, and yeah, have fun. Peace. Bye.